The American Public Power Association is pleased to present the 2023 award winners for Outstanding Public Power Leaders. The APPA Academy's Public Power Manager Certificate Program helps leaders provide organizational direction as they navigate a changing and complex industry environment. 2 individuals have graduated from the program. Brian Dial. To earn his certificate, Brian reflected on his leadership growth through a decade of trial, failure, and trying again at the city of St. George in Utah. Mark Mullins. For his project, Mark designed and implemented a data analytics strategy to support the accuracy, commitment to use, and ease of use of data across Chelan County PUD in Washington.
The American Public Power Association's Demonstration of Energy and Efficiency Developments program promotes innovation in public power and funds research, pilot projects, and education to improve the operations and services of public power utilities. The Energy Innovator Award honors utilities that have developed or applied creative techniques and technologies to improve the delivery of energy services in their communities. There are 3 winners this year. In 2021, Stowe Electric Department began a partnership with the University of Vermont to offer college seniors a service learning opportunity working at a project site. Students contributed research and site studies to revitalize a historic sawmill. The partnership allowed Stowe to leverage the project into several grants, in addition to attracting visits from members of Vermont's congressional delegation and support from the Idaho National Laboratory. Moreover, the students' proposed design plans offered alternative options for the utility to consider alongside those from paid consulting firms, while also connecting students with the firms for potential future employment. The program's success led the university to pursue an expanded rural development partnership to provide similar support for small communities throughout the state, while the electric department has expanded its educational partnership to include Husson University in Maine and is pursuing relationships with Vermont Technical College and Norwich University.
The Navajo Tribal Utility Authority's Red Mesa Solar Project is a 72-megawatt array that sits on 550 acres and will relay power to 18 communities across the Navajo Nation, Utah, and California. When it comes online in late 2023, the new solar capacity will move NTUA and the Navajo Nation into a new level of self-sufficiency, providing non-emitting energy generation and having created local jobs. So the reliable generation and revenue from clean power sales will prove invaluable for maintaining quality electric service at stable rates for residents. Over its lifespan, the Red Mesa project is expected to bring in $6 million in construction-related taxes and $12 million in lease and tax payments for the Navajo Nation, in addition to providing $10 million in construction-related wages for Navajo employees and 50 scholarships and 25 paid internships for members of the Red Mesa community.
The New York Power Authority recently partnered with the Electric Power Research Institute, GE, Airgas, Sargent & Lundy, and Fresh Meadow Power to develop, execute, and document the effectiveness of generating power using up to 40% hydrogen blended with natural gas at its Brentwood Power Station on Long Island. This first-in-the-nation study sought to understand how green hydrogen could be used to decrease carbon emissions while maintaining reliable power generation. The study also used a novel blending skid device to combine hydrogen with natural gas adjacent to the gas turbine. The results showed a decrease in CO2 emissions of as much as 20% at peak hydrogen levels. Given that NYPA did not need to perform any modifications to the gas turbine, the organization believes that blending hydrogen could provide a roadmap for reliable, accessible decarbonization.
The James D. Donovan Individual Achievement Award recognizes individuals who have made significant contributions to public power. There are 3 winners this year. John M. Beneventi, General Manager of Guam Power Authority, has been with the utility for nearly 40 years, 26 serving as General Manager. He has led recovery efforts following Category 4 and 5 typhoons, in addition to a magnitude 7.8 earthquake, and subsequently oversaw a revitalization and modernization of the utility's infrastructure. John has also served on the APPA Board of Directors for Region 10, in which capacity he served as a champion for these island utility members, whose resources are often limited by their geography and economic status. Moreover, John championed mutual aid efforts across the region, encouraging small island members of the Pacific Power Association to implement APPA's model, which has resulted in additional mutual aid agreements throughout Micronesia.
Bill Botigi has worked in public power for more than 20 years. During his time with Braintree Electric Light Department in Massachusetts, he served on APPA's board of directors, including as part of its executive committee, in addition to holding positions with the Municipal Electric Association of Massachusetts and the Northeast Public Power Association Board of Directors. Bill has testified on behalf of APPA and NEPA in front of the U.S. House Energy and Commerce Committee Subcommittee on Energy and Power. He currently serves as chair of the Energy New England Board of Directors.
Mike Hummel most recently served 5 years as CEO of Salt River Project in Arizona. During this period, he led SRP to a #1 ranking for customer service from J.D. Power, oversaw the development of the company's first corporate sustainability goals, and helped launch the Light Up Navajo initiative. Mike additionally served for 5 years on the Large Public Power Council board, which included co-chairing its cybersecurity task force. Mike also served as a public power representative on the Electricity Subsector Coordinating Council and as chair of ESCC's Strategic Action Committee. Mike retired in May of this year after 41 years with SRP.
The Alan Richardson Statesmanship Award honors public power leaders who work to achieve consensus on national issues important to public power utilities. There is one winner this year. Yule Lawson has worked extensively in public power advocacy, most recently with the Missouri Public Utility Alliance. In 2022, he served as chair of APPA's Legislative and Resolutions Committee, helping to ensure a range of member perspectives informed public power's national policy positions. Moreover, from June 2018 to June 2021, he served as chair of APPA's Advisory Committee, which is composed of leaders from public power state and regional associations, and helps APPA reach members in the advocacy space. During this period, Yule also served as an ex officio member of the APPA Board of Directors. Yule has been actively involved in APPA's Government Relations Working Group and the annual Legislative Rally, providing invaluable feedback for APPA on various policy matters.
The Larry Hobart 7 Hats Award recognizes managers of small utilities serving fewer than 2,500 meters. These managers have a very small team and must wear 7 hats: planning and design, administration, public relations, field supervision, accounting, human resources, and community leadership. There are 6 winners in 2023. Barry Baker, Electric and Water Superintendent for Etna Green, Indiana, is one of only 2 current utility employees in the town. He oversees power and water and often assists in overseeing wastewater operations. This year marks 32 years of service to Etna Green, during which Barry has proven instrumental to the town's day-to-day and long-term planning operations. He can often be seen working in the field alongside the town's other utility employee to repair poles or streets. Moreover, he has served in the Indiana Municipal Power Agency Board of Commissioners since 2014, where he advocates for small public power communities. Barry recently encouraged the town council to approve a contract extension with IMPA to plan for continued rate stability.
Dale Detmer is the plant operations manager for Breese Electric Department in Illinois. He oversees the city's electric distribution system, as well as its water production and power plant generation. During his nearly 3 decades in public power, he has spearheaded the installation of new generation and reconfiguration of the city's power plant, the completion of distribution upgrades, and the analysis of a potential interconnection line with a neighboring public power utility. He also administers the city's energy efficiency funds, which support energy usage reduction throughout the city. Dale has served on the boards of directors of the Energy Education Council, the Illinois Municipal Utilities Association, and the Illinois Municipal Electric Agency.
Kyle Francis, Assistant Village Administrator and Utilities Superintendent with the Village of Versailles, Ohio, joined the utility in 2015 before being promoted to his current role in 2020. Kyle oversees 18 employees responsible for electric, water, wastewater, street, refuse and recycling, parks, and facilities operations. During his tenure, the village has experienced significant growth, which has necessitated infrastructure upgrades and expansions. Recently, he led the completion of a major upgrade for the village's electric distribution system, which converted it from 4 kilovolts to 12 kilovolts and replaced aging transformers and poles. A lifelong resident of Versailles, Kyle enjoys informing customers about current or planned projects and upgrades through the local newspaper, as well as working with local schools on career exploration programs.
Barry Hodges has served as the city clerk and administrator for the city of Minneapolis, Kansas since 2005. In his 18-year tenure, he has been instrumental in the design of generation and distribution projects for the city, including a 5.1 megawatt-hour battery storage facility put into service in 2022. Barry also oversees the city's other utilities, public works, and economic development efforts. Moreover, he manages all Minneapolis city staff, which means he is involved in all aspects of the city's administration, from emergency medical services to the community library. Barry is a member of the Kansas Municipal Utilities Board of Directors, serving as president from 2021 to 2022, and was a driving force in the founding and development of the Kansas Power Pool, now KPP Energy, serving on its board of directors from 2010 to 2018, and as president in 2013.
Jamie Jones is the City of Newberry, Florida's Assistant City Manager for Public Works and Utilities. He is responsible for oversight and administration of areas including electric, water, and wastewater utilities, public works, transportation, and mosquito control. He leads contract negotiations, develops budgets, ensures the community remains informed about new and upcoming projects, and works with crews in the field where he leverages his 30 years of experience in public works and utilities. Jamie developed a training program to advance candidates from ground workers to line workers. Recently, Jamie led negotiations with state regulatory officials and other cities surrounding a $42 million highway project, which will necessitate upgrades to all city utility services in and around the construction area.
Dennis Klusmeyer has served as city superintendent for the city of Shelbina, Missouri since 1998. He has overseen large-scale projects, including the design and reconstruction of Shelbina's substations and replacement of generators at its power plant, as well as the installation of miles of additional water, sewer, and gas lines. He oversees 5 city departments and is responsible for all aspects of budget preparation, cost analysis, and rate setting for the city's utilities. Recently, he successfully advocated for and oversaw a $1.2 million upgrade to the city's sewer plant without incurring debt for citizens. Dennis has served for 24 years on the boards of directors for utility organizations that comprise the Missouri Public Utility Alliance, in addition to serving on the board of the MPUA Resource Services Corporation.
The Harold Kramer John Preston Personal Service Award recognizes individuals for their service to the American Public Power Association. There are 3 winners in 2023. Cynthia Clemens joined Lakeland Electric in Florida in 2015 as the utility marketing manager, after which she was promoted to her current position of Manager of Legislative and Regulatory Relations. During her tenure, she has been a consistently active member of APPA, participating in APPA's Public Communications Committee, Legal and Regulatory Section, and Government Relations Working Group. Cynthia frequently attends APPA's conferences and workshops, including as a presenter at the National and Customer Connections conferences. At the state level, Cynthia serves on the Florida Municipal Electric Association's Legislative and Regulatory Committee and regularly speaks at conferences, including 2022's Florida Women in Energy Leadership Forum.
Keith Cutshall is the Chief Operations Officer with CDE Lightband in Clarksville, Tennessee. Before entering his current position, he accrued more than 30 years of service as a public power journeyman line worker. He has served as a member of APPA's Safety Manual Revision Task Force, Reliable Public Power Provider, or RP3, Review Panel, and COVID-19 Tactical Team. Keith also acted as chair of APPA's Safety Committee and vice president of the Tennessee Valley Linemen's Rodeo Committee. Keith continues his service by instructing classes through the Tennessee Valley Public Power Association for upcoming leaders in public power.
Srinivasa Venigala, Deputy General Manager of the Navajo Tribal Utility Authority, was instrumental in establishing the Light Up Navajo initiative in tandem with APPA. In its first year, the Unique Mutual Aid initiative involved more than 25 public power providers from across the country sending crews to assist, which led to connecting 233 homes on the Navajo Nation to the electric grid for the first time. Srinivasa served as host, family liaison, and managing electric engineer. Through his tireless efforts, Light Up Navajo has continued in 2022 and 2023, and its exemplary mission, as well as its continued success, has garnered national attention for NTUA, APPA, and the whole of public power.
The Spence Vanderlinden Public Official Award recognizes elected or appointed local officials who have contributed to the American Public Power Association. There are 2 winners this year. Janie Martinez-Gonzalez, board chair for CPS Energy in San Antonio, Texas, has been active with APPA for 4 years. As a trustee for one of the nation's largest municipally owned utilities, she supports the company's strategy for digitalization shaping the energy sector in order to put more power into the hands of the community. Janie, who is also the CEO of Webhead, founded Cascaron Bash in 2015, an annual event to raise funds for scholarships for minority students and programs intended to address the lack of minority representation in STEM fields and startup communities. The program has generated more than $200,000 for the city of San Antonio.
Will Purser has been involved in public power for more than 20 years, having joined Clallam County PUD of Washington as commissioner in 2001. With an educational background in nuclear engineering, he was appointed to serve on the Energy Northwest Board of Directors in April 2008 and elected to the Executive Board in June 2010. He was then elected vice chair in 2018 and chair in 2020, in which capacity he remained until 2022. Will actively attends APPA's conferences and workshops, including the National Conference and other high-level summits.
The Robert E. Roundtree Rising Star Award is a scholarship presented to future leaders in public power. The recipient receives a stipend to travel to an APPA conference or training to advance their public power education and development. Katie Arnold is the Director of Business Services with Mason County PUD No. 1. She joined the Washington utility from an accounting firm 5 years ago to help the district recover during a time of financial turmoil. She is known as a problem solver, a consensus builder, and a financial leader. In recognition of her outstanding work with the utility, she has been selected to serve as co-chair of the Washington PUD Association's Finance Directors Committee. Recently, Katie has dived headlong into the complexities of the utility's relationship with Bonneville Power Administration to understand the financial implications of and needs from new contract negotiations, in addition to preparing to serve as the utility's lead negotiator with the local union for the pair's next collective bargaining agreement.
The Mark Frisson Leadership and Managerial Excellence Award recognizes public power managers who steer their organizations to new levels of excellence, lead by example, and inspire staff to do better. There are 2 winners in 2023. Dale Lithjohan joined the world of public power with Sheboygan Falls before, in 1993, assuming the role of general manager with Wisconsin's Cedarburg Light and Water Utility. Shortly thereafter, Dale became the community's director on the WPPI Energy Board, in which capacity he served until his retirement, including 4 years as board chair. Dale was deeply involved with Municipal Electric Utilities of Wisconsin, serving on its board of directors, executive committee, and legislative and regulatory committee. He also served as a voting delegate for APPA's Legislative and Resolutions Committee. As a manager, Dale prioritized the development of his employees as future leaders, often encouraging participation in growth opportunities, including WPPI's Building Community Connections workshop, which emphasizes customer service and engagement skills. Dale retired from public power in December 2022.
Mike Muirhead has been employed with the City of Garden City, Kansas since 2010. During his time as Director of Public Works and Utilities, he has overseen improvements in electric reliability. He implemented a preventative maintenance plan to improve substation and line reliability, which helped the city earn a Gold Reliable Public Power Provider designation in 2016 and Platinum designation in 2019. He spearheaded the adoption of new AMI, SCADA, and outage management system to improve outage visibility and reduce response times. Mike is an active member of APPA, Kansas Municipal Utilities, and the Kansas Municipal Energy Agency, serving as a board and executive committee member for both KMU and KMEA, including tenures as president of each. Mike volunteers to help area municipal utility managers and small-town city administrators assess and improve their systems.
The EF Scattergood System Achievement Award honors utilities with outstanding accomplishments. There are 3 winners in 2023. CPS Energy in San Antonio, Texas, extended its $350 million Sustainable Tomorrow Energy Plan in June 2022 to renew the initiative through 2027. The plan aims to reduce carbon emissions through energy efficiency and conservation programs and to help customers reduce energy use. This renewal increased the share of funding dedicated to projects for customers with lower incomes from 16 to 28%, including dedicated resources to make it easier for customers to participate in the program. STEP provides customers with access to services and technologies including weatherization, energy storage, and EV charging, and offers educational materials for area schools. The program's previous iteration set a goal of saving 771 megawatts, which it exceeded by more than 200 megawatts. CPS Energy last year also secured 2 agreements for additional solar capacity, totaling 480 megawatts, to add to its considerable existing solar portfolio, which ranks first in Texas and 5th in the nation. The utility also provided more than $20 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds to customers through more than 10 payment assistance programs and earned a 2022 Excellence in Public Power Communications Award for its color-coded energy conservation notification system.
Shrewsbury Electric and Cable Operations stands out among Massachusetts municipal light plants as a leader in decarbonization, electrification, and energy efficiency. The utility offers no-interest loans for weatherization and decarbonization projects, with longer-term loans for income-qualified customers. Moreover, it's the only public power utility in Massachusetts currently offering rebates on used electric vehicles, with increased incentives for income-qualified customers. The utility also offers uniquely high rebates for heat pumps, lawn equipment, commercial EV chargers, and induction stoves, as well as incentives for rooftop solar. The utility recently used an APPA-D grant to fund a partnership with NextZero's decarbonization and energy efficiency partner, the Center for Eco-Technology, to develop a model to help public power utilities align carbon-based incentives with decarbonization incentives. Selco's rates are among the lowest in Massachusetts, and are less than half of the state's investor-owned utilities rates. Selco is deeply involved in community events, participating in the local farmers market, Earth Day activities, and Drive Electric Week. The utility offers educational programs about energy and climate change in local schools, and partners with Shrewsbury Youth and Family Services and local churches for the Share the Warmth program, which involves collecting donations year-round to help families and senior citizens pay their electric bills.
The Village of Yellow Springs, Ohio operates with a 4-person electric crew. The team set an ambitious goal to improve its system, limit outages, and improve outage response time. In the last 5 years, the village replaced approximately 175 of 250 identified problem poles in-house and coordinated the remainder with contractors. The utility set up a yearly pole testing program that breaks the village into 5 sections, so each pole is tested every 5 years. This resulted in a failure rate of just 3% in 2022. The team also partnered with an engineering firm to identify all old cutouts and fuse sizes to ensure proper fuse coordination, which will in turn limit the impact from outages. Long-term residents have noted the dramatic shift in reliability in the wake of these efforts, saying they no longer enter storm season or the winter months with fear for the town's grid. The utility also engages in numerous community outreach efforts, including its Touch a Truck events, which allow employees to engage with and educate the public on the importance and benefits of public power while also giving out coloring books and hard hats to children.
The Sue Kelly Community Service Award recognizes utilities for their good neighbor activities that demonstrate commitment to the local community. 5 utilities are receiving this award in 2023. Austin Utilities in Minnesota seeks to embody its tagline, Connections for Better Living, through supporting several local and national nonprofits. Over the last 10 years, employees donated nearly $100,000 to the local United Way chapter and regularly volunteer for the organization's annual community service event. The utility also supports the American Red Cross and Paint the Town Pink, an annual campaign to raise funds for cancer research. Beyond its charity efforts, Austin Utilities works to engage and welcome its customers through events including open houses, building tours, equipment demonstrations, treasure hunts, and winter readiness programs. An employee volunteer program, implemented last year, allows employees to earn vacation time in exchange for volunteer hours. The utility hosts a summer education class for children in grades 4 through 6, and last year, it worked with the Electric Vehicle Owners Club to display EVs and provide education at events including the local farmers market and a high school students' day. Austin Utilities has additionally implemented a Connections Committee, led by staff from across the organization who meet monthly to plan new ways to engage with the community.
Blanding City, Utah's utility department serves roughly 2,000 customers. When the opportunity arose to help several more, the utility jumped at the chance. The Navajo Tribal Utility Authority sought assistance in connecting a small community in southeastern Utah, the village of Westwater, to the grid for the first time. Blanding City, along with other partners, stepped in, with Blanding City extending its electric distribution system to NTUA's interconnection point, and NTUA extending its distribution line to the 29 homes in the community. Blanding City now provides ongoing operations and maintenance of the line extension as part of its existing distribution system.
CDE Lightband is deeply involved in the community of Clarksville, Tennessee, including by hosting annual blood drives, donating to a local small business funding organization, and serving as a partner in education with the county school system. The latter involves donating money and time to STEM-focused teachers, students, and schools, in addition to providing career day and safety demonstrations. In 2020, the utility launched the Home Uplift program in tandem with the Tennessee Valley Authority, for which CDE Lightband has contributed $220,000 and helped 17 customers upgrade their homes and lower energy bills. The utility participates in an annual toy drive to distribute gifts to organizations including Toys for Tots and Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Clarksville, and it partnered with another organization to host a Stuff the Bucket drive for Project Patriot Hope, which assists homeless veterans transitioning into housing. CDE Lightband has additionally been recognized for 9 consecutive years by Treeline USA for meeting 5 industry standards, which include sponsoring a tree planting and public education program and participating in an Arbor Day celebration.
Kerrville Public Utility Board in Texas was recognized in 2019 as a winner of the U.S. Department of Energy's Solar in Your Community Challenge for its community solar program, after the Texas utility added 6 community solar systems in its service area in 2018, supplying roughly 2% of its annual energy needs. KPUB receives all the output from these installations and allocates 49% to the nonprofits hosting these systems and 51% to low to moderate income households, reaching 338 customers with low to moderate income with community solar credits. In June 2020, the utility launched the Change for Charity Bill Roundup program in response to the difficulties many customers faced during the COVID-19 pandemic. Since its inception, the program has raised $272,000 to help 1,375 families pay their utility bills. In 2022, the utility invested more than $45,000 into its service area through 45 community events. Moreover, 38 K-Pub employees, two-thirds of its workforce, directly volunteered their time across 14 community events, including mobile food pantry distribution, an annual river cleanup, and Habitat for Humanity workdays. Over the last 10 years, the utility has awarded $92,000 in scholarships to 20 college-bound students, and in 2023 added a new scholarship for trade and technical school students.
Long Island Power Authority of New York supported the opening of a new recreation trail on the site of a 19th century railroad line in 2022. LIPA gained ownership of the land following its abandonment in the 1930s and granted it to Suffolk County for the creation of the new trail. The utility recently partnered with United Way of Long Island, granting the organization $200,000 in support of its Net Zero Energy Challenge campaign, which will transform United Way's headquarters in Deer Park into a net zero building with rooftop solar, high-performance air source heat pumps, and EV charging. The location will also be used to train disadvantaged young adults and veterans in clean energy construction. LIPA also launched a new scholarship program this year intended to provide education and training for students from households with incomes below the median income of Long Island and the Rockaways, living in historically underserved communities. The program commits $350,000 over the next 5 years to provide full scholarships for 50 students to obtain either an associate degree or certificate from one of 2 local community colleges that will help them pursue a career in the electric utility or clean energy sectors.
The American Public Power Association is pleased to present the 2023 Alex Radin Distinguished Service Award. The Radin Award is the American Public Power Association's highest award, recognizing exceptional leadership and dedication to public power. There are 2 winners this year. Jolene Thompson, President and Chief Executive Officer with American Municipal Power, joined the Joint Action Agency in 1990. She also currently serves as the General Manager of the Municipal Energy Services Agency. Before earning the role of CEO in 2020, she served on AMP's executive team, overseeing areas including government relations, communications, environmental affairs, member programs, and NERC compliance. Jolene additionally served in a joint role as executive director of the Ohio Municipal Electric Association from 1997 through 2020. Her association with APPA covers more than 30 years, during which time she successfully advocated for extension of APPA dues coverage to all AMP members. In addition to her support of AMP member involvement in APPA, she has promoted and supported AMP staff involvement in APPA's DEED, RP3, E-Reliability Tracker, E-Safety Tracker, and Smart Energy Provider programs. Among myriad elements of APPA involvement, Jolene has served as a board member, board officer, board chair, executive committee member, and member of dues, non-dues revenue, liaison, and strategic planning committees, in addition to frequently presenting at APPA conferences and meetings. She currently serves on the Energy Authority Board of Directors and is CEO co-chair of the Large Public Power Council Policy Task Force.
Thomas J. Heller's career in public power and involvement with APPA dates to 1977, when he began working as an engineer with Moorhead, Minnesota Public Service. He earned the title of General Manager in 1985, before transitioning to the role of President and Chief Executive Officer with Missouri River Energy Services in 1992. During his time with MRES, Thomas exhibited exceptionally consistent leadership, as evidenced by 100% of MRES members renewing their power supply contracts 4 times during his tenure. Moreover, under Thomas's leadership, bond ratings for the Western Minnesota Municipal Power Agency were upgraded from AA2 to AA3 with a stable outlook, recognizing its sound financial policies, consistently strong liquidity, and debt service coverage. Further, Thomas has ensured future capacity and improved resource diversity by overseeing the development of the Red Rock Hydroelectric Project, which began operation in June 2021. He has been consistently involved with APPA over the decades, attending and frequently presenting at conferences and meetings. Thomas has served on the boards of directors for APPA, the Electric Power Research Institute, the National Hydropower Association, the Midwest Electric Consumers Association, and the Minnesota Municipal Utilities Association, as well as the APPA CEO Climate Change and Generation Policy Task Force. Congratulations to Jolene, Thomas, and all of our 2023 award recipients.